These people, as I say, were very, very simple, but they were also very clever. And the reason that they were so clever was because they had watched the stars and the planets long enough that they'd realize that the Earth indeed was not the center of the universe, but that the sun was the center of their universe and that they were revolving around the sun. They also understood that the way that the Earth was on its axis gave them their seasons. And so one, evening, one of the young men of that culture is looking up at the stars, and it's wintertime, and he's looking up and he's thinking to himself, geez, it's cold. I wish spring would come. And he got thinking about what it was that stood between that day and spring, between winter and spring, and he realized that the only thing that stood between winter and spring was the number of times that the Earth would spin around its axis as it revolved around the sun. And he thought to himself, if we could spin the Earth just a little faster, well, we could get to spring a little bit sooner. What a good idea, he thought. Of course, people laughed and thought that was kind of nuts and crazy, but when an idea like that comes along, nuts or not, it sort of gets into the brain and you begin to try to figure out how to make that happen. And these were clever people. And so they worked and they worked and they thought and they tried to figure out how to make it happen.